Hello everyone, I'm Ritika Gauri from Management List. In this video, we will be covering lean values and principles. Each lean value is explained in details with real life examples from the software industry, and we will not just stick to the theory in this video, but we will also take this video towards practicality. That is, we will see how to implement these values using JIRA. I have created a couple of videos in the past with respect to JIRA and Agile. You can explore those videos, and if you want to connect with me, you want to ask any question, you have any doubts, then you can comment on those videos, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. For now, let's just focus on lean.
Let's start with what is lean. Lean is a mindset. We can say that lean is a philosophy used in management. Lean does not have a set of practices or processes like Scrum, but it has certain values that should be implemented in daily work. It has some principles of its own, and they're also known as lean thinking. History of lean. Lean was originated by Toyota production system in Japan. Toyota set a few principles and practiced production based on those principles, because at that time there was a lot of economic crisis and something was required that could improve the production quality and increase the quantity at the same time, yet all this at a low cost. Therefore, they came up with a few principles that they binded in a form of practices. So they focused primarily on eliminating waste, continuous flow of work, and knowing more about what you are developing. Along with these, they also practiced continuous improvement. These principles helped them achieve their goals. Later, these set of principles were used in many industries to improve their efficiency, and these principles were adapted as lean. Lean has a certain set of values. The values followed by lean are: firstly, eliminate waste. To eliminate waste, we first need to identify what is the waste around us, as what is waste to a developer might be of something very useful to the management and vice versa. So what to do? Well, as per lean, anything that is not helping directly to build a product can be considered a waste. For example, a developer writing an extra piece of code which is not required right now, and the developer is writing that code just in the flow or to improve skill set. Such an activity can be considered as a waste. Well, lean provides certain ways to minimize such kind of waste by identifying them and then providing tools to remove this waste. First, identify and remove extra processes. Sometimes we have a lot of processes in place that are practiced every now and then, even though they are not required. For example, filling a timesheet maybe 3 times a day or on hourly basis might be of use to the manager so that he can get aware every time, but actually it's not directly helping to build the product, therefore it is a waste. Well, filling the timesheet is important, but the frequency can be way less than this. Second, the items which are not deployed after every iteration can be considered as a waste, because the iteration has been finished and it's not ready to be shipped. It is considered as a waste. Therefore, try to maximize all the items that are pulled for an iteration to be deployed at the customers. Third, try to minimize context changing and task switching. Well, a lot of time of team is wasted when they continuously keep on switching tasks, or when the context changes quite often. That way, they're not able to concentrate thoroughly in their task and hence the task get delays. For example, going for trainings every now and then in between the tasks can hamper team's productivity. Try to minimize such context changes. Fourth, as I gave an example before also, that let's say a team is too much excited about the product they are building or a new technology they have put their hands on, and in that enthusiasm they sometimes build some extra features or write some unnecessary extra code which was actually not required or not asked by the customers. So that kind of work can also be considered as a waste, and hence try to focus on only the MVPs, that is most viable product, that is the most required shippable pieces asked by the customers on priority should be focused on. Fifth, defect is a big waste, hence decreasing the productivity. Therefore, reduce the number of defects as soon as possible, because we all know that fixing a defect at a later stage is much more costlier than solving the problem early. Sixth, waiting. At times, team members are waiting for one or the other thing to start the new task. For example, a team might wait to start on a particular task until they have a go-ahead or some kind of approval from a particular stakeholder. Such delays waste time and add to your waste log. So such wastes should be avoided. Well, with that, let's move on to the next value emphasized by Lean: build integrity. That is, know more about your product. Team working on a product should know almost everything about that product. Understanding more and more about the work internally and externally builds a lot of integrity towards your product. Now, what do I mean by internally and externally? Internally means that the product or the software you are working on should be defect free. That is, the team working on the product should create it such a way that it has least number of defects possible or no defects possible. Externally means that all the features should be working fine, and altogether the functionality of the product should be serving the purpose it is built for. That is, the problems of the users for which the product is being built should be solved purposefully. Here also, Lean provides some tools to help you know more about your product both internally and externally. First is refactoring the code. Continuously try to relook into the old code and create smaller and more manageable components out of it. This restructuring your code will help you to minimize the defects and to improve the behavior and the functionality of your product. Refactoring is one tool to resolve your technical debt as well. Now, second one is testing. Lean emphasizes a lot on testing. Testing helps you to solve integrity issues, both internal and external, and build a strategy. We all know that a code well tested is a lot reliable than a code that is not tested at all. Test and build is one of the strategies that is commonly used these days to make sure that we are writing the right code or we are going in the right way of building that software the way it should be used. The third value is see the whole. Having a vision helps the team to understand what they are doing right now and what is their future or near future goal. This knowledge encourages the team to create efficient and effective products. For example, if there's a team working on clinical management system and they know a vision that they are going to build a foolproof lab management system as well, then they know that the messages they are going to transfer from the clinic to the lab should be error free, because having an error there might have severe life damages. Such awareness helps the team to know what they are building. See the whole also means to take a step back and from there observe if the team is working effectively or not. Here also, Lean emphasizes on a tool, that is measurement. Lean says to measure the progress of what you are building in small iterations. For example, regular demos can help to measure the progress of the team and the work they are doing, which can be further improved with a feedback loop which is associated with these demos. Moving on to the fourth value, that is deliver as fast as possible. We all are aware that in today's world, the market is changing every day, and hence everyone needs to adapt the change as soon as possible and to deliver as fast as possible. But that does not mean that Lean says to work on weekends or someone sacrificing their days and nights to quickly write the code, test the code, build the code, etc. Here again, a tool provided by Lean for fast delivery is queuing system, where the tasks are added to the queues in a particular order, and in the same order they will be pulled in for implementation. Lean also talks about pull-based systems, where tasks are pulled only when they are required by the customers, opposite to push-based systems where features are pushed to the customers even though they are not required by the customers right now. Pull-based system goes hand in hand with just-in-time development. That is, you develop and deliver features only when they are asked by the customer, only when they are in demand. Well, in software industry, pull-based system can be applied using Kanban boards. They have work in progress limits, which limits the amount of work that has to be done at a particular time. The fifth value is decide as late as possible. Here, Lean is not saying that decisions should not be taken. Decisions should be taken and should not be avoided, but there's a smarter way of acting when it comes to decision making. That is, take your decision whenever you have the maximum information available for that work. For example, let's say you have an e-commerce website related to apparels, and sometime in future you also want to provide a facility to your customers that they can have a live chat with a stylist. But it will be coming on a very later stage. Deciding right now on the team working on it, the technology that will be used, the marketing strategy that will be used is not a good decision. These things should be decided later on when an adequate amount of information is available for the same. Next value Lean highlights is empower your team, which means provide an authority to the team so that they are free to express their views. Appreciate their style of working and support them with tools, resources, trainings, etc. Lean encourages a good work culture because only healthy work environment can drive team to build great innovative products. Without innovative ideas, the teams become stagnant. Team, when empowered to take decisions and ownership, remains motivated, which eventually increases productivity. Some teams also practice rewards and recognition ceremony to boost motivation among the team members. Whatever strategy we follow, we all know that a more engaged and motivated team increases productivity and builds great products. Seventh value is continuously enhance learning. Any team that grows every day by continuous learning outspeaks itself in work. Here also, feedbacks is one such tool that can help team to know what they are doing and improve themselves. There are some other tools as well which enhance teams' learning. One such tool is experimentation. Let's say that there are multiple solutions to a problem and which one is the best solution is unknown. What Lean points up here is to try all the different approaches instead of doing theoretical analysis on each solution. This try and fail strategy is faster and broadens teams' thinking spectrum. Try to find out ways within the team to have cross knowledge or to learn something new that can help them with their day-to-day work. Do not forget that a learning environment creates enthusiasm in the team and drives continuous improvement. Next section of the video talks about how to implement lean values using JIRA in your project. Basically, in this video, I will show you how to use JIRA in 5 ways to implement lean in your projects. If you want to learn JIRA in details, I've already created a video and I have added the link in the description, and on the top right of the screen also you can see the link of this video. Moving ahead, I won't be going into details of how to implement those JIRA features, but if you want me to have a detailed video on any of those, do let me know through your comments. Okay, so let's move ahead. Well, we all know that JIRA is a great tool to be used when it comes to software development. If you are planning to use Lean for your project and you want to implement JIRA as well, then here are few helpful features for you. First one, create the project. I would recommend creating Kanban project with JIRA, as Kanban board will help a lot in visualizing your work and to manage your in-progress limits. So instead of creating a Scrum-based project, you can go for a Kanban-based project. Next is create project scope. You can create a project scope using the JIRA roadmap feature. With the help of JIRA roadmaps, you can get a high-level view of your project plan and you can track the progress effectively. You can start by adding the tasks that you already know that are in your backlog, including their timelines. With JIRA roadmaps, you will get a high-level view of project progress and you will also get a plan for the future. Third feature which you can use is identify your process flow. While JIRA already provides a default workflow for the projects created in JIRA, but since you'll be using Lean, it is quite a good possibility that you will have different states for your process workflow. That is the workflow of when your issue starts till the way it moves to production. Here, JIRA's workflow feature can help you a lot. You can create your own workflows. You can customize the already provided workflows by JIRA, and you can also use workflows that are created for other teams but in a shared mode. That is, you might not be able to make changes for the shared workflows, but you always have an option to create your own workflow and use it specifically for your project. If you want to know more about JIRA workflows, go through my video. I've already created a video on JIRA workflows. You can find the link in the description, and also right now on the top right corner of the screen, get more knowledge on JIRA workflows. Fourth feature which you can use is JIRA dashboards. Visuals will help your team to understand where they are right now and what is planned for next. JIRA dashboard is again a very powerful feature for showcasing the reports. If you want to learn how to create JIRA dashboards, you want to know more about JIRA dashboards, a video has been created already. You can go through that video. You can learn some of the very useful and most popular reports that are used in software development. You can find the link in the description and also on the top right corner of the screen. Let's move ahead. Some of the reports which you can use are cumulative reports. A cumulative report is a report which can point out the bottleneck issues, that is the issues which are there in your backlog for a long time. If we see, this is a cumulative report where axis represents the issues, represents different bands in different colors. These bands are nothing but just the issues in different states within a workflow. Next report which you can use is control charts. Control charts help in measuring the performance of the team. That is, with this chart, you can see how much average time is taking to complete the issues by a team. Control charts show the cycle time of your project. Third report which you can use is JIRA cycle time report. If you have configured JIRA with the DevOps, then you can get benefited from this particular cycle time report. Cycle time report will again tell you the actual time taken by issues from the time the team started working on it till the production time. That is, the issues from in progress till done. Fifth JIRA feature which you can use for lean projects is Kanban boards. Lean teams use JIRA Kanban board to improve their workflow and monitor their progress. They also use Kanban boards to prioritize their work. If we have a look over here, this is a Kanban board. It has separate columns for separate states within your workflow, and it sets a limit for each state so that the team focuses on what has already been started and can focus on that, prioritize it to complete that issue. Here, the team has a clear visualization of what item is in which state, which helps the team to know when is the right time to pull another issue from backlog. Kanban boards are also effective in creating a transparency among the team members. That is, a transparent environment is created within the team that is definitely useful in increasing the collaboration and communication between team members. Here in this Kanban board, we can see min and max. This is the minimum number of issues allowed and the maximum number of issues allowed in this particular column, that is in this particular state. Here the maximum limit defined is 2, which means that you can select at max 2 issues for development. And if you try to add some more, then you can see this column has gone red and it's an alarm that you cannot add more than 2, or you cannot select more than 2 over here. So this is how Kanban board works. So when you have crossed the limit, let's say you have completed all the issues, or let's say you move your one issue from selected for development to in progress, and now you have the scope for more issues that can be pulled from backlog, that is the right time when you add another issue to your selected state. So that is how Kanban board works. So these were the 5 features which you can use for projects following Lean. Now in this video, we also saw what is Lean, what are its values, and how Lean helps in Agile product development. That was all for this video. I hope you liked the video. Please share the video more and more. If you like the video, please press like, and do not forget to subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed already. You can go through my other videos. There are a lot of videos that are helpful if you want to learn JIRA, Agile, project management, etc. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.